Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the December 11th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Begin with a little time for myself. I will look over the page. Excuse me. The question of the day is, how have I grown spiritually since coming to Al-Anon? And the passage begins with someone who had a very difficult time in Al-Anon meetings hearing about higher power or God. But as they continued working their program, they realized that Al-Anon was a spiritual fellowship and that they didn't have to handle everything in their life alone. Being connected spiritually made this person feel a lot more whole as a human being. And today's reminder is telling us that we have choices. And they mention practicing these principles in all our affairs. We can be spiritual and fulfill our potential. The quote is from Intimacy and Alcoholic Relationships. It's talking about working the principles of our program and having deeper understandings of ourselves and our spirituality. So how have I grown spiritually since coming to Al-Anon? I think on some level, I've always had a level of spirituality, but I think that practicing that in program has definitely increased it and strengthened it. Excuse me. Definitely everything I do has now got a spiritual aspect to it. And I definitely feel the difference when I'm more connected rather than less connected. Because even though overall I've become much more spiritual while working my program, there are still, ebbs and flows in my level of spirituality. And I can definitely tell the difference when I feel fully connected, I have no fear or very, very little fear. And when I'm not connected, I feel more intimidated by things, frightened of things. I worry more. So that actually, those symptoms are my sign to myself that I need to strengthen my connection. I just need to pray. I need to make a gratitude list. I need to meditate. Any of those things helps. How about you? How have you grown spiritually since coming to Al-Anon? It's made a huge difference in my life. Moving on to Courage to Change. Just get to the correct page. I'll take a moment to look it over. This is about, it starts off with the person thinking that all their troubles would be over if they just won the lottery. If they had enough money, they wouldn't have to worry about anything. But when they really think about it, they realize that that's not true at all. Actually, winning the lottery might actually cause them many more problems that they never even considered. They realize that serenity is available to them at any time in an Al-Anon meeting, and that they can apply the principles of the program to their lives anytime, all the time. And they say that money won't buy them serenity, but they can rely on their higher power's help for all the problems that they feel that they have. Today's reminder is, I'm so sorry for the sniffles, is saying that serenity is ours when we seek it. And the quote is from As We Understood. It talks about bringing our problems to our higher power and leaving our higher power with the solutions, like just asking for help and accepting whatever, however that help is given. Because as we know, excuse me again, it may not be in our timeline. It may not be, the help may not come in a way that we expect it or have ever seen it before, but our issues will be resolved. It's a good reminder. And it very much connects with the reading from A Little Time to Myself as well. All right, before I sniffle anymore, we will close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.